Okay, so let's review the trades that I had today with gold. And I woke up late today because yesterday I had a really nice win here actually on GJ. This one took it yesterday right there at the very top of the wick. It was a 12R, 12R. I just risked 0.5% like around here and then 0.5% around here. So this R was a little bit lower, was like 4R. This one was 12%, 12R. It was beautiful. And this one dropped all the way down here during Asia session. So I had this win, decided to go to wake up late today. Anyways, grab. Oh, look at this. This is a little bit like the same as GJ. So as you can see, I take a lot of these. But here, it was a little bit complicated if you were looking at the lower time frames. But if you had the notion of what was going on in the higher time frame, you should not have a big issue, even though this was a mess. So by the moment I woke up, this is what I saw. I woke up around here. This is when I wake up. This is what I see. I woke up around 9:30, something like that. I mean, I came to the charts around 9:30. This is what I see. Now, I was expecting this as a liquidity area to visit because we had a major break. So if you look at this all of this happened, and we can even do this here. All of this happened after a breakout on the London session, London push. Pre-New York consolidates a little bit, but then look at this. This is a major, not only the break. So if you can see it, if you look at this, from here we had a massive push all the way up to here. So that's important to note because this means that, and also look at this. If you look at this wick here, dropped all the way down here, this is a liquidity area. So this price is important. 1887 is an important price point. Okay, so now we have note of that. And as we broke here, I just noticed, okay, if I would have been awakened when I usually trade, which is between 6:30 and 9, this is what I would have found. I would have been taking a buy position here, stop loss below here, all the way up here. So what that means is that the people from NYSE, most likely they will want a good pricing. They will not be conformed about this pricing so close to 1900 because that is the target area for today. This is the target for the day, right? This is the zone for today. And we can see that zone just looking at the daily. You look left, so you see 1900. Look at this. This is the same area where we rejected, and we have price action. We had price going all the way up to here to 1904 and still being rejected down. So that means that this is the whole reaction zone of the daily, but the most important key level is 1900. Okay, so I have that at the top of my head. So I already keep that in mind that today most likely we're gonna visit here. But the people from NYSE, the New York market, they want better pricing. So this makes sense, right? When I wake up, this is what I see. Now I waited for this. At the break of this, look at these two taps, really deep wicks on the 5 minutes. And maybe an early entry could have happened here at the break of this one with the stop loss below this, but I didn't wait for that. I waited for the 5 minute to close, and this is what happened. So I took my entry here. This is the first entry I take. Stop loss was kept below the 5 minute, and this is what happened next. I held my position, held the position. This happened. Okay, so now when I see this, this is one of those that I call the intention wick. My intention wick means this is not necessarily a rejection to go down. This is actually telling me I have the intention to go up to this zone because this the two first weeks, if you look left, you're gonna notice that it was precisely kind of like rejecting around the same area, and then those 2 weeks on the 5 minute rejected, but this one broke way too high. So when it goes so high up above previous resistance zones that I can mark up at let me see if I can grab it from here. There you go. So when you have so much resistance and you go so high up and you still go bullish on a bullish trend. And by the way, for me, intention wicks work best when you're going with the trend. Okay, so this is what I noticed. Okay, so I have now the price has the intention to go up on this zone. So happened this and this, and it ended up being bullish. So that was my second entry. So as you can see now, we are above this level here, a major important level. Now we're above it. Even though we have rejections, we also have liquidity grabbing here in confluence with the uptrend. So all of this happened. All of this happened. It was a little bit messy. That's my dog barking. And then I do remember I had like another entry, by the way, in the middle of all of this. I think it was here. And then as soon as we moved up to here, I placed the stop loss above the entry and took me with a little bit of profits, and that was it. So I was managing risk because I know that the best entries are around here, and all of this happened, and it was messy. Even this one I remember was a little bit scary, but it's still closed. I waited for the closure, still closed above the liquidity area, and I decided to go to the higher time frame. When I see a lot of noise, just go to the higher time frame, 30-minute. You're gonna see a little bit more clear what's going on, what the heck is going on. We had this wick, and then this for me was another intentional wick. So because it closed above the liquidity area. So now when I come back here, this is what I noticed. This, I'm sorry, this is the intention wick, not this one. This one stayed below. This one was because I remember there was an intentional wick again, and this was the one that I spotted. When I see this happening, same concept. Strong resistance makes a move way above it, the previous one, the previous zone. A lot of rejections, as you can see, the same place. A lot of rejections, same place. Massive week up. That's intention for me. That's the intentional week. So as soon as we closed here, I entered. I just waited for it. As soon as we closed here on the 30-minute, that's it. That was my third. It was like the fifth entry. I'm not gonna lie. But still, it was so certain that it was kind of like my best entry apart from this one that I really liked, and it was kind of like 90% chances that we were gonna go up to here. But since I was in really nice profits for the day, which I am, then I decided just to take profits here and call it a day, and that's what I did, and took the entry here. There you go, bam, and this is how it looked like on the 5-minute. Look at this. It was just straight up. And as you can see, this actually closed looking down. Even the 15 was looking down. I didn't care. I didn't care because this matters a lot. You see, this is liquidity grabbed all the way to the liquidity area like many, many times. So that matters a lot more than this. So I didn't care about this 15-minute looking down. I was certain about the liquidity being grabbed because all of that liquidity grabbing has to go somewhere, right? And has to go here, actually to this zone. And that's how we ended the day. And that was the trading day for gold today. I hope this helps somebody. If you liked the explanation, just give it a like, and I'll see you next time. This is Joel Medina.